Welcome to the Chill Spot Podcast. I am Sam. I'm doing this by myself. Got to figure out how to talk to myself for an hour.
Sam?
Yeah?
Someone just purchased a rant. They want an hour-long Chill Spot Podcast episode where
they
you
just
rant...
paid like 42 million channel points.
Where you rant about Twitch streaming for an hour.
Oh, but it's really fun and I like it.
But yes, welcome everyone to another episode of the Chill Spot Podcast where we got no notes in front of us. We got no plans.
We're free falling here.
We're free falling.
Yep. What's the celebrity death that really impacted you?
Heavy question out the gate.
We talked about death last time.
I know, and it was your birthday.
Yeah.
You were like, happy birthday, Sam. Dying is weird. It's very on brand for us.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the obvious answer, I remember being affected by Robin Williams.
That's my answer usually.
That's typically like the first one that comes to mind. A big one for me, this is a bit of a personal one, was the death of Satoru Iwata, who was the president of Nintendo. A couple of years ago, he died suddenly after sort of like what makes it sad is that his sickness or illness deteriorated his body, but he was always an on-screen presence, but he didn't want to worry anyone. So he did really creative ways to circumvent the idea of him actually having to be on camera.
Yeah.
Like they did like a Nintendo Direct where they did like puppets and everyone thought it was cute, but all that gets recontextualized after he dies and he finds out that like he was doing that so no one worried about him.
Yeah.
And he was also just like it's unfortunate because Satoru Iwata was the president of Nintendo during Nintendo's like really harsh period in terms of like the failure of the Wii U and like there was hard times in the company, right? But he was a real gamer. Like he like loved video games and like loved having fun, and he was such a great bright presence for the company, and you know, his legend lives on in the game design and the company itself. But I remember when he died, I was like genuinely affected by that.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Isn't it so strange how certain people's presences stretch so far out beyond their own circle, beyond their own wig, as Jinx Monsoon once said.
Right.
Yeah, it just like really makes me think about like the positive ways in which like everything you do affects someone like farther away from you, even if you don't think that it does. Yeah, I just
like Satoru Iwata doesn't know who I am, but he's made such an impact on my life.
Yeah, totally. I'm trying to think of another one that really affected me. I mean, like as we've been going through Drag Race and you find out that certain drag queens have passed away, like that really affects
me. That's troubling. Like
because like you watch them and as far you assume that they're alive still.
And Sahara
Davenport. Yeah. It really affects you.
Yeah,
because
seriously.
You watch these people and like drag is all about life and living life, and being lively. So to think that these people can pass away is sort of a weird thing.
It's sad to watch because you and I, as present consumers of like, we're present watching Drag Race. Yeah. We have no prior history to the drag culture. We're just like inundated with Drag Race now. It goes from being a present experience to watching someone's memory, and that's a sad thing. Yeah, it's affecting, right?
It changes the tone of which it changes the tone of which how you consume the performance.
100%.
Yeah. But to sort of like liven it up a little bit, you know, I never thought about like bachelorette parties. Like I never thought I wanted a bachelorette party. Just because like this typical bachelorette party thing you do is you go to a strip club, and I find the idea of a strip club to be so not fun.
Yeah.
I really don't care about like having people, like humans, it doesn't matter, like man, woman, whatever, coming up and gyrating on me. That's not sexually stimulating to me. Like I don't find that arousing. That's just sort of like cheap to me. I find let me be perfectly clear. I don't think that the performance of stripping is a cheap thing to do.
No, it's
I
really
think
hard.
That it's very like, I mean, like for what it's worth, I think like Chippendales is like pretty cheap. I haven't seen a Chippendales show, but I know that there are like strippers in a strip club in Atlanta on a Tuesday afternoon who can do more than what a Chippendales stripper, like male stripper, is expected to do.
Sure.
I feel like male strippers get away with a lot more than female strippers do. Female strippers pretty much have to be gymnasts, with absolutely no healthcare, which is bananas to me.
Support sex workers, please, God.
But I just don't find it entertaining for me. Actually, that's a lie. I would see a female stripper, but like going, like having a bachelorette party and like being like, we're gonna go to a strip club and get really drunk, woo, and like just like throw money on men and be like, oh my god, a stripper is on me right now. Like that's not entertaining to me.
Yeah, it doesn't appeal to me either, really.
But if I did want to have like a wild and crazy bachelorette party, I would love to go to a drag show.
Oh, that would be fun.
Wouldn't that be so fun?
Yeah, I'd do that. Yeah.
That sounds like so much, and it's a
I
thing.
wouldn't go to your bachelorette party, but like that would be fun.
It's a thing. Like I was watching like Trixie and Katya's show, and they were talking about like drag show etiquette, and they were like, "Oh yeah, like bachelor party, like bring tips." And I was like, "That's right. You can bring a bachelor or bachelorette party to a strip club. That would be such a good freaking time."
Oh, because especially because like it's entertaining and it's still that wild and out energy that you'd want from like a bachelor slash at party.
Yeah,
you know. So yeah, and it also like then you're also supporting. Well, okay, let me choose my words carefully here. You're supporting an artist who's working on a craft, which is not to say that stripping and pole dancing isn't its own craft within its own right.
It's just a little played out,
but it's
for
more
a bachelorette party.
But it also has to be appealing to you specifically because it's your fucking party.
Yeah,
you know, like I've already said to my friends off the bat, like I don't want a bachelor party. I don't like going out in the first place. Why would I all of a sudden want to go out to a strip club or a bar somewhere, something I hate to do sober, and like do any, like I don't want to do any of that shit. Like I'd rather just seriously, like by the time that like we're throwing these kinds of parties in terms of like, you know, like maybe you and I are getting married down the road or whatever, and like we're a little bit older, it might be a point in our life where it's been a long time since I've seen some of my friends because of the way adulthood is. You know what I really want for a bachelor party? I want to do what we did when we were 20, which is sit in my basement and drink and smoke weed and order too much food and play Smash Brothers. Because at that point, who knows when the last time I've done that is? You know?
I know like some bachelor parties are like cottage weekends.
That would be
like
fun.
Getaways and stuff.
I would do that too.
I know people who have done that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
That would be way more up my alley than going to it. Like, I honestly think that like if I went somewhere like a party and my friends would order a stripper, like I would probably be upset about it.
Yeah.
I don't want this. I literally kind of questioning how well you know me. Like, because like you should know.
You don't even like having happy birthday sung to you. Why would you want a stripper to come and like focus on you and like strip for you?
Also, okay, not for anything, but it's like, okay, I want to make this perfectly clear again, like you did earlier, that like stripping is a profession and you're a professional and it's hard work and it's good work and it's honest work.
Yeah.
What the hell am I supposed to do during a strip tease?
Yeah.
Just sit there and load it into the spank bank for later?
Yeah.
Like I obviously I know you're not supposed to touch. You look, don't touch.
Yeah.
But like I can't help but feel like that would be nothing but an awkward experience.
Yeah.
Like, what am I supposed to do in front of all my friends, like from all the boys?
Whoa,
like,
oh my god,
Cam's getting real hard, and then she like finishes stripping, and I'm like, you know what, boys, I'm gonna go masturbate. Like, what? What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't understand.
I don't quite get the appeal.
Like, it's just like hardcore hyper masculinity.
Totally.
Just like, this woman is dancing for you. She's paying attention to you. You've paid her to pay attention to you and only you and make you feel special. You're a special little man.
Who's a special little boy?
Little boy.
Yeah.
Who's this little boy?
Look at my ass cheeks.
I'm gonna slap titties in your face because you're a special little boy.
It's like, I need you to stop talking. If you're gonna do this striptease, please don't talk.
Yeah, it's like super. What is it about masculinity and like light patronization that that you're supposed to love?
Yeah,
I don't understand it.
That being said, if I had to throw a bachelor party for one of my friends, particularly like my boys' friends, I know that I'd be able to throw a sick bachelor party.
Yeah,
because like they enjoy the stuff that I don't enjoy, right?
So you just go all out.
Well, of course, because it would be really easy for me. Because it's just like,
you know what? I feel like only one of your friends. I can only think of one friend who would potentially want the like traditional bachelor party.
But you know what? If that is, and as a friend, if that's what he wants, then that's what he's fucking getting.
Yeah.
Like, it hasn't like that. I've always stood by where it's like, I don't like going to bars. I don't like going to clubs. I'm not really a social outing person in terms of that respect. But if one of my friends for their birthdays or a special event wanted to go to one of these places, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be a bump on a log.
Yeah.
And it's your night. So like, you do what I want to do when it's my night.
Exactly.
So we're going to do what you want to do on your night.
Exactly. I'm just all about like, leave me alone if I don't want to do the traditional thing on my event, my birthday, my bachelorette party, my whatever.
Yeah. Your and I's build up to our like eventual wedding is going to be this real like, because I know about you, like, we've talked about this before, but like, I don't want to do fucking shower games.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking do all the dumbass pageantry that goes up into a wedding. Like, if we're going to do the pageantry shit, save it for the wedding. You know, let the wedding be more of a show as opposed to like it's Sam's second shower and like Cam has to come over and like do a dance for all her girlfriends or whatever, and it's like I don't want to do that like at all.
Yeah, I don't really want to like show off for my family members. Just like come hang out, come eat.
Yes.
Be excited because like I do like getting excited that like, you know, someone's getting married.
Well, sure, yeah.
You know, the lead up to the event and like talking about like what the day is going to look like, and then the day is here, and then you're experiencing what it actually does look like. You talk about like what you thought it was going to be like, what it's not like, what you're enjoying, what you're liking, and seeing the whole thing realized. Like that to me is what I appreciate about like bridal showers and engagement parties and rehearsal dinners. It's just like, oh, we're so excited. I wonder what this wedding's going to be like. And then you're at the wedding and you're like, oh, this is what it's like. This is so cool. I'm so happy for my friends. That's what weddings are to me. And that's why, like, you know, a lot of people in COVID times have unfortunately had to have a lot more of a low-key wedding than maybe they originally planned. And a lot of people are saying, oh, this is actually better. This is actually fine. I'm actually cool with how my wedding had to play out. I am not okay with that.
No, you hard disagree. Which is so funny.
I don't want to have like a huge all-out bash. Like I don't want like a you know, like 4 weddings level wedding where it's like 500 people and like huge banquet hall and
it puts
like,
the couple in debt for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, exactly. But I just think that when it comes to, you know, like people who you want to have over to come see you get married, to come see you start this new chapter in your life, I think that the list of people that you want to have over to see you get married is a lot longer than you give it credit for. Oh, we know, like, you know more people than you think you do.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because think about it this way.
I could see it getting to like 100.
Easy 100. Are you joking?
Between you and me?
Easy 100.
Easy 100.
Because there's our friends, their girlfriends, our cousins, their partners, our parents, some of their parents' friends that we know.
Yeah, like close friends of the family.
You know, maybe we're also friends with our parents' friends' kids.
Exactly.
So they're going to come.
Exactly.
Like, before you know it, you have quite the... And like, don't get me wrong.
Friends from school, like old coworkers that we've gotten close with who are actually friends now.
Totally.
Like, and then you're right. People want to bring plus ones, and once you add those people on, it adds up. It becomes a huge crowd fairly quickly.
Yeah, for sure.
So I could see like 100 and 150 people.
Easy. I think that's a joke. I think easy we could do that.
I want all of those people. I want all of those people.
I want them to be well fed.
Exactly.
And well drank.
Exactly.
Well sustained.
Exactly.
Food is going to be so how do I get into this? I want food to be important at my wedding because you and I, Sam, in the 5 years that we've been dating, for some reason, have attended like 10 weddings.
The first year that we were together, we went to like 3 weddings in a summer.
In a summer?
Yeah.
I was going to blow my brains out. They were wonderful events.
I actually enjoyed them.
They were wonderful events.
I actually enjoyed them.
All of them were really wonderful.
Yeah.
But my parents, who have been to many weddings in their life, have sort of become these like weird wedding... Critics.
Yeah.
You know? But everyone is.
Oh, yeah.
Have you noticed? Everybody is.
Hello. The entire cocktail hour is just you talking about the decorations, the dress, the ceremony, like like the officiant, what the officiant was like, what everybody else is wearing.
The one thing that, really quick, the one thing that I like always gets critiqued in these conversations about the weddings we go to is the food.
Yeah.
Number one, if you have shit food at the wedding, you're having a shit wedding.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, because like so much of not being a part of the like either the bride or the groom's party is just standing around and eating
and drinking.
So if you don't get to stand around and eat good food and drink good drinks, you're bored.
100%.
It's hell waiting for the couple to get their wedding photos taken. You're like, okay, can we just like get through dinner and then like, you know, after all the dinner and the speeches, we can go home because the food sucks.
Okay, so
and I want to get out of here.
2 things that's always confused me about weddings. What is up with the wedding structure? Like, I understand that taking wedding photos takes a long time. Yeah. Obviously, you're dealing with a potential wedding party of like 20 people.
Yeah.
Right. So like for us, definitely to be at least 15 people.
Yeah.
Like I could think off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And, you know, corralling all those people. And, like, by that point, like, maybe you've been, like, drinking or smoking all damn day, right? Like, my friends tell me about it because buddy Brad was a part of all of his sister's wedding parties, but especially the most recent one. You know, they wake up and, like, fucking, it's a party all day.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, you got to corral these drunk idiots. And, like, this goes for anyone when I say idiots. And, like, that takes a long time. But what is up with doing that while your guests are here. Could you not have done this ahead of time?
Earlier?
Like, I don't get that.
Yeah.
And I'm not even trying to critique. Like, I legitimately don't understand.
Yeah.
It just seems like such a weird part of every wedding that I've been to.
Yeah.
Like, why is it that way? Anticipation? Like, I don't get it.
I don't know. I guess it's just like taking advantage of the day.
Sure.
Like, you have this daylight to take pictures in. You have, like, when else are you going to do it? It's nighttime by the time all the speeches are done and dinner
I don't mean do it after. I mean, like, do it ahead of time. Do it the day before.
But then that would mean seeing the bride before the wedding. And there's a superstition about that. And you know what? Some people don't care about it, and some people do it before then. Some people, there's a thing called a first look where like the bride, I think your cousin did it actually, your cousin Caitlin, who got married recently last year. Fantastic wedding.
Yeah.
I think what you do is, like, before the ceremony, the groom goes and stands somewhere with his back turned, and then
they do
the bride walks up behind him and taps him on the shoulder and turns around and he gets to see what the bride looks like all done up and everything that, instead of seeing her for the first time when she's walking down the aisle.
Right.
And then, like, there's the photographer is there for all of that. Yeah. And he takes pictures and he captures the moment, and then they take a couple pictures, and some people just get all of their pictures done then and there. It's also a whole thing about, like, it's a theatrical thing where it's like the first time you see the bride and groom as husband and wife, it's like a huge entrance.
Sure.
So there's got to be a build up to that.
Naturally.
So they have to go away for a time. So they got to go backstage, and it's like, while you're doing that, you may as well take pictures.
Such bullshit. Like,
you won't mind it when it's you, though, because
I will mind it. I think it's dumb. I'm so sorry. Like, I honestly think that's so dumb.
I think it's just the theatrics of it and just taking advantage of the daytime.
When I talk about, like, and listen, I'm not trying to fault anyone who's done this or anyone who will do this. Your wedding should be exactly how you want it to be. And if this is what that is, great.
Yeah.
Like, do it. Do it. I would never discourage someone from doing what they want for their wedding, ever. Mm-hmm. When I talk about pointless pageantry, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it just kind of seems like it's, I can't believe I'm saying this as a theater person, but, like, it just seems theatrical. It's for a show. And to me, takes away, I just don't like it. That's really it. I just don't see the value in that.
I understand, but I so want it.
If you want it, whatever, we're gonna do it.
It's so corny, but I love a cocktail hour, and I love that, you know, there's this whole ceremony, and then you go away, and everybody gets to hang out for an hour while you take pictures, and then your guests don't see you for the first time as husband and wife until an hour after the ceremony, and, like, you hide away, and then you emerge, and you're husband and wife, and you have your first dance, and then the speeches start, and your family showers you with love, and an appropriate amount of love, because you and me and your mom have had many conversations about speeches that go on for too long.
I'm reserving my right as the groom of this wedding to have a bell in front of me that I can ring at any point to end someone's speech.
Or, like, a big, like, Bo Peep hook, you just, like, nab somebody away.
No, I like the or like a tiny done. Gong.
Yeah.
I would do it at the start of some of my friends' speeches. They'd be like, Cameron.
That's a good idea, though. That's really funny.
If we're gonna make it a bit, we're doing a bit. All right.
Yeah. I think that's really funny and cute. I also love. I do love the wedding tradition of, like, kissing, like making the bride and groom kiss. I think it's cute.
Like the tapping on the glass.
Tapping on the glass is annoying. What your cousin Caitlin did, which I'm going to unabashedly steal, is
all the best ideas are stolen.
You have to walk up to them. You have to grab the mic and tell a story about either the bride or the groom.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And if you have a good story, then they kiss. I think that's really sweet because it's like I said, like, speeches should be short. But I do like getting showered with love. So, lovingly telling a funny story about the bride or the groom, and then it just ending like a sweet little kiss, I think is very touching. And it's entertaining for everybody, you know, like tapping the glass and getting everybody to do it. First of all, someone's going to break a glass. Don't do that.
Happens
That's
every
expensive.
wedding. Happens every wedding.
That's expensive, and I want to prevent that as much as possible.
Weddings are already expensive.
But it's just like, it's sweet. It's anecdotal. It makes you think about the people that you're celebrating and, you know, like the life that they're starting together. And I just think it serves more of a purpose than just like clapping or cheering or jeering or shouting or tinkling a glass or anything like that.
I agree.
I think it's a bit more smart.
But yeah, food will be dope at our wedding for Shoresies.
Yeah.
And obviously there'll be like an open, there's like, in terms of packages, there's like the bars, there's open bars, but we got to get the open deluxe bar because like it's money worth spending.
Yeah, like top shelf booze.
You know, like letting people get cool ass drinks that they want to get because more people have, if there's freedom, more people have fun that way.
Yeah.
Options on midnight snackage.
We love a poutine bar. We said that.
I do like a poutine bar.
We like a late night breakfast, I think we've talked about.
I don't know about that, but the poutine bar is a good idea. My only thing is that I've been to a few weddings where they do it, and like they
don't do it.
Well, no, it's just for me personally, it's sort of lost its originality a little bit.
Oh, when we played Dream Daddy, we said full customizable mac and cheese bar.
Mac and cheese bar. I was going to bring that up.
Down to the noodle. You can choose what kind of noodle you want.
Yeah. Do shit like that. That would be dope. That's a good idea.
Get like bacon and like chives and like potatoes and...
Pizza's obviously just a good option. Just like straight up pizza.
Yeah, that's kind of lazy. Someone just like brings in like a million boxes of pizza.
Straight up like bar food or wings, mozzarella sticks, onion rings, kind of dealio.
We went to a pub food wedding.
Yes.
That was
so
really
good.
That was really good.
Yeah. It's good shit.
I love that.
What would you want? Okay, so hang on. I'm going to Google something.
Okay.
I'm going to Google the courses of a wedding.
Okay. It's usually appetizer, entree, dessert. It's pretty straightforward. Some people do more. Some people do like soup, appetizer, entree, dessert. What?
We're doing more than 3 courses at our wedding.
Babe, but we want people to like be hungry for the poutine bar after.
Well, I'm not saying we fill people up with appetizers. I'm saying we do like a soup and a salad, you know, an entree and a dessert. Like typical fancy dinners are 5 courses.
Right.
So like hang on, let me look up the 5-course structure. I forget what it is. 5-course meal.
I think it's like super salad, appetizer, entree.
Yeah. So hang on. It's the 5 courses are, oh my goodness. Well, this goes up to 12.
Fine dining is complicated.
Hang on.
Unnecessarily so, if you ask me.
Okay, sure. How about, I actually didn't know this, but a 12 course, which we're not going to do, is the follows. An hors d'oeuvres, I'm going to mispronounce this, a amuse-bouche.
Can I say?
A-M-U-S-E bouche.
Amuse-bouche, I think,
Sure. Don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Soup, appetizer, salad, fish, first main course, palate cleanser, second main course, cheese course. Dope.
Sick.
Dessert and mingardise. Mingardise. Again, it's all French, right?
Mignardise.
Mignardise is a butter course. But we would probably stick to 5 courses because that's schwanky.
Yeah,
which is
fish, like a course specifically for fish.
So sick.
I mean, I'm into the cheese, but I don't think you need a fish course specifically.
Hors d'oeuvres, appetizer, salad, main course, and dessert, which would be the typical 5-course meal structure.
Well, hors d'oeuvres is cocktail hour.
Yeah. So that's covered.
Yeah.
Appetizers, I would want what my cousin did, which was like cool appetizers that come out.
Yeah, like chicken on a stick.
But the only thing we'd have to do is like be mindful of too many.
Yeah.
Because obviously you don't want people to be full, right? Now, what would you want as a main course? Well, we'd have options.
I was gonna say, I think you stick to the options.
Chicken, beef, veggie options.
Yeah.
Now for your chicken dish, I'd want like a chicken parmesan or something, pasta side, you know.
But if you introduce a pasta side, that's another carb that's going to fill people up. Pasta's going to sit in people's stomachs for a long time.
But I want people to have fun. It's okay to get full at a wedding. You don't need to be like gross full.
I don't like food waste. I don't like it.
Okay, well I was hoping you'd chime in with what you want then.
I like a good maybe like a rotisserie or like a roasted chicken.
That'd be good.
Fucking Zare's whole barbecue chickens for everybody.
There you go, yeah.
Or
we go to the hot deli.
Or if we're getting fancy, if we're dreaming, I mean, we'll never be able to afford this, but like a Cornish game hen.
Oh, that would be fun.
You know, or like a tiny bird.
Ooh.
You know, it's like you get a whole bird, but it's like a little baby one.
Actually, if we're going in that direction, cordon bleu.
Le cordon bleu, yeah.
Would be delicious.
Yeah.
Everybody
like
likes cordon bleu.
Cordon bleu, yeah.
Yeah, with some like really schwanky ham on the inside.
Yeah.
And like Gruyere or something, like a really nice cheese on the inside.
Yeah. I fucks with that. I fuck with that big
too.
time. Yeah.
As for our beef, whatever, steak, I don't care.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
Like, fuck it. Okay.
No one wants a fancy. I mean, like if we're billionaires, like fine, filet mignon, but like get Harbor 60 to do it.
Damn.
They make a good steak.
I know, but you have any idea how expensive that would be?
So expensive.
That would be unbelievable.
So expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you don't have to do anything crazy with beef. Maybe like peppercorn crusted, like a Montreal steak spice crust or something like that.
And I'd want to go harder for my veggie folks.
Yeah,
because my mom doesn't eat meat, and she always is like, "Cool, I'll just eat these fucking tomatoes.
I'll just have this caprese salad."
Yep.
I guess that's my meat. That's my main.
Womp womp.
Yeah, it sucks.
Okay, so but on top of that, maybe we dial back on the appetizers for more like table food stuff.
Yeah.
I want on every table fresh, probably gonna be hard to get, like nice crusty Italian bread, olive oil and balsamic for everybody. That's just that's munchies, right? That's just to munch on.
I fucks with that.
I would actually forego appetizers completely for an antipasto bar.
Okay.
And we're talking cold meats. We're talking salamis and prosciutto, charcuterie. We're talking like 6 different kinds of cheeses and crackers. Talking about fig jams and fucking extracts and all that shit. I want like to the nines, Sam. I would forego fried appetizers completely for that, and then save the bar stuff for the midnight package. That's what I would want to do. And then obviously, because Italian food is my favorite food, I'd want to see something Italian on the menu. Maybe forego a soup dish for a pasta dish. Maybe. Or I do love me some tomato soup though.
I don't.
You don't like tomato soup, which is fine.
Yeah.
Maybe you do like an Alfredo or something, like a pesto Alfredo leads into the...
Maybe a pasta aliolo. Just simple.
Nice. Simple and light. That's the best part about pasta aliolo.
Yeah, and like it would be a small portion. Because again, like...
Well, it's just supposed to get you ready for the dinner.
If you start with a pasta and it's too big, all of that carbs and starch is going to fill you up and you're not going to be hungry for your main.
Totally.
No one's going to finish it.
And I think if you I think where people fall short in a lot of weddings, and this hasn't happened, so I don't want anyone whose wedding I've been to listen to this episode and be like, wow, I guess I had a shit fucking wedding. Like,
no tea, no shade.
Relax, no tea, no shade. But a lot of people, when they plan meals like this, they think about the main course being like the meat, like the chicken or the steak, and then the sides are usually like mash and steamed vegetables, which is fine. But like, I want to go more into that, right?
Yeah.
Like jack cheese mash or something, bacon and cheese mash or something, or caramelized carrots or something. Right? Like something really delicious that actually complements the thing that you're eating, because steamed vegetables are great. Like no one complains about steamed vegetables, because why would you?
Yeah.
Right?
I think people just tend to keep it basic because you have a lot of palates to feed. So you keep it not too crazy because you want everybody to eat.
Understandable.
Like you want everybody to like have their meal and be able to swallow it.
I totally agree, but I feel like there's general dishes you can cook that are still creative and delicious and like more than just your steamed vegetables.
I just think if you're coming to my wedding, expect seasoning.
Yeah, really.
Like
if you have a problem with salt and pepper, you have a problem with chili flakes, you can get the fuck out. Why did I invite you?
You're gonna have a bad time.
Leave your gift.
wait for midnight, dude. I don't know. Fill up on appetizers, maybe.
Yeah, go get yourself a goddamn crostini with prosciutto, brie, and fig jam, and eat that all night, because that's what I'm gonna be doing.
Yeah, just talk to the kitchen and see if there's any leftover appetizers or hors d'oeuvres from cocktail hour, because like, my dinner is having seasoning. Tough. Like if Le Cordon Bleu is too adventurous for you at a wedding and you were expecting boiled chicken, get out of here. Get out of here.
Gross.
Like don't come to my wedding expecting just chicken breast.
No.
I understand chicken breast is probably going to happen, but like Le Cordon Bleu chicken breast, chicken breast and something.
Whoever caters our wedding, they'll have packages and shit.
Yeah.
But like, I'm going to explore every option. You know me, I'm a food guy.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make sure that the food is perfect.
I mean, I'm glad there's an aspect to wedding planning that you're excited about, because a lot of the times, and like this sounds like stereotyping, but no, it's a thing. Like a lot of the times,
like men just take the back seat.
Men just go like, all right, you've been dreaming about this since you were a little girl, have at it. And it's sweet to a certain extent, because you're right. Like a lot of women, and I'm speaking about heterosexual relationships here, obviously it's different for LGBTQ plus relationships. Sure. I'm just staying in my lane. Women are often tasked with having an idea of what they want their wedding to look like from the time they're young. So, you know, it's sweet to let men be like, no, you've literally been thinking about this since the womb. So, you know, like,
it's
have your
also
dream wedding.
My wedding, though.
Yeah.
It's just as much.
It's not even like, oh, it's your wedding, it's your day. This is your partnership that you're embarking on for the rest of your life. You really want to start it off with, whatever you want.
Yeah, I don't want to be a fucking.
No, have some fucking thoughts in this.
I don't want to be a purse at my wedding.
Yeah.
I don't want to be an accessory.
No.
At my wedding. I want to be a part of the wedding.
Yeah.
Listen, Sam. I don't want to discourage you from doing what you want, but as you probably could have guessed, like having a big ball with like 150 people is like honestly not what I saw for myself, but that is what you want. And I am okay with that. But if I'm going to be a part of this process, there are things that I want. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And I feel like that's fair. I don't feel like that's unreasonable,
yeah.
right? Like,
yeah. I think not making you play parlor games is a fair trade-off.
Yeah, right?
You know, like all these people are going to come, but like you're going to enjoy yourself. You're going to have a good time. I'm not doing a garter. I'm glad the garter belt thing seems to have died down.
Is that like with the teeth or whatever?
Yeah.
The fuck is that all about?
That seems to have died off in tradition in recent years. A lot of people
Weirdly
are like
perverse.
No, it's weird for me, and guests are like, no, yeah, it's weird for me too, and we're like, okay,
cool, let's stop doing it.
Let's stop it.
That's what I think. There's so many people, like, not to get into the politics or whatever of weddings, but so many people I think get caught up in the tradition of weddings and the idea that weddings need to be a certain way. And that, like, if there isn't, then is it really a wedding? Yeah. And I think that's ridiculous. Yeah. Weddings is just a big party. Yeah. That you throw, that you put a lot of effort into. Yeah. You know?
So attend the party and have a good time, damn it.
Just fucking enjoy the food and decorations that we've picked for you. Like, you know, I'll design the goddamn table setup myself, Sam. That was actually the thing I was the most passionate about when I was working at catering, was getting utensils and everything right and having it put up a certain way. Not to toot my own horn, but I was one of the fastest people. Of course, speed has nothing to do with this, but like that's something that I can get really into when it comes to the food. Okay, but I'll leave this to you though. Dessert. Okay. What are you thinking?
See, I know so many people who don't like cake, but I want a cake at my wedding.
Now, or you want like a wedding cake?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And you want to eat it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all. Eat cake at my wedding.
Do people seriously not eat the wedding cake?
No.
Why?
Because they don't like cake.
It's a cake.
So many people are like, I actually don't like cake.
Why?
I don't know, Cameron.
Our wedding cake is going to be dope, by the way. What would you want flavor-wise for your wedding cake?
I'm moving towards like a nice chocolate cake.
A giant ice cream wedding cake. A Dairy Queen wedding cake.
The Baskin Robbins guy that your mom loves, like, makes our wedding cake.
That would be kind of sweet, actually.
That would be kind of sweet,
but it's like dope as hell, and it's like really big. Yeah. Oh, that would be cute. I mean, like, we're not going to do it, but like that would be cute.
No, that would be cute. But I'd like something interesting, or maybe even a vanilla, because like vanilla. I've done a 180 on vanilla cake in recent years. Sometimes I find myself reaching for a vanilla, like a funfetti cake. I'm not going to have funfetti cake at my wedding.
Funfetti wedding cake?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like, I find like when I want cake, I find myself craving like vanilla, like funfetti, buttercream, French vanilla icing, like a good cake like that.
I want like a marble sponge. You know what I'm saying? Like a marbled rye, but like a marbled cake sponge. You know, you got your chocolate and your vanilla
ebony
pockets
and
in there.
ivory getting together, yeah. Or
not what I was going for, but hey, I love that though.
Like oak and ivory, but
yeah, sure. And then like, so you got your. I'm obviously again want to stress this is up to you, but you got your French vanilla frosting on the outside. You got your marble.
No,
on the
buttercream.
Buttercream on the outside.
Some kind of flavored buttercream.
Of course.
Like an orange buttercream or like a strawberry buttercream.
Interesting.
Or like some kind of flavored buttercream.
To harken back to our Baskin Robbins roots, I was thinking caramel in between the layers. Some kind of caramel frosting in between, because you get your chocolate and your vanillas perfectly accented by caramel, right? So yeah. Could you do a hazelnut buttercream?
Yes. Now you're thinking with gas.
Yeah. See. Yeah. All of a sudden,
I like that.
We love talking.
Got some good ideas.
Yeah, we're talking about food again on the podcast. But no, I mean, as you 78 episodes in, I think y'all can probably get that we love talking about food.
It's one of our things that we talk about. But yeah, no. Yeah, I love hazelnut buttercream. That sounds like a good idea.
Hazelnut buttercream, marbled on the inside, caramel frosting on the inside. That sounds like a delicious cake.
Yeah.
It would be brown, though, because of the hazelnut. You wouldn't be able to get it to be white.
It could be like an off-white.
Unless you dye it light or something.
No, like hazelnut can be off-white. I've seen like white hazelnut before.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also like we're not going to bake the damn thing. We're not going to do whatever we want, making our wedding cake.
Oh my God. No. No. Yeah, that would be good. No white chocolate is allowed at my wedding.
And I want a fucking DJ.
A shred of white chocolate.
I want a DJ that's going to play songs from this century.
I want a nice combination of old and new, like throwbacks and current music.
But we've been to weddings where it's like the DJ's playing songs. It's like, I heard this song package when I was in the 8th grade at my school dance.
Yeah.
It's like, listen, there's nothing wrong with playing classics and there's nothing wrong with playing a song that you like. But like, guy, fucking like 1-2 step or where the fuck, not 1-2 step, fucking cha-cha slide.
1-2 step.
1-2 step can be
by Sierra.
It can be an art. That's
Absolutely.
allowed. That's allowed. Yeah, I'm into that.
Yeah.
But like, you know, like don't give me these old shitty dance room fucking like where the song instructs you how to sing. I think that's boring.
I think you get one.
Sure.
You get the cha-cha slide, or you get the electric slide, or you get the Macarena,
or the twist,
or the YMCA, and you're done.
Yeah.
You're done. You get one communal dance where everybody knows the dance moves and it tells you how to do it, and then finito.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what to do for the rest of the night.
My fucking mom will be devastated if we don't do Sweet Caroline, so that's got to be in the wedding somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that's not your favorite.
We don't have to, though. We literally don't have to.
She wouldn't care. I was joking.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's more of a Christmas party thing to me, I think.
Well, it's her thing, and she would acknowledge that.
Yeah.
She wouldn't be like, I'm going to make my fucking kids do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, it'd be such a bummer if you did. She wouldn't, like, guilt trip you.
No. That's actually something I'm actually really happy with both of my parents, is that, like, they're not the kind of people they're not like diehard traditionalists for anything.
Yeah.
And one of their favorite weddings they've ever been to was my neighbor's wedding, where they went to like it was like a restaurant.
Like a brewery.
And like, dope.
Yeah.
Like they were like way into that.
Yeah.
They were like, whoa, what a great idea for a wedding.
Yeah.
They haven't stopped talking about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So like, just goes to show that they're not those kind of people where it's like, oh, it would mean so much to me for my son to have this one very specific obtuse thing that I want to be in the wedding.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're not going to deal with that.
Do you want to do a mother-son dance?
Sure.
With your mom?
Yeah, whatever.
Like, you sound so excited.
Again, it's pageantry. Yeah, that'd be sweet, I guess. But, like, I'm just not, like, okay, maybe getting closer to it. And, like, if we were planning and, like, actually a part of the event and, like, the pacing of the evening, I'd maybe warm up to it. But I'm just not interested in hitting those same beats that every wedding hits. Like, really at all, honestly. I already don't like being the center of attention unless I'm in character or something. Which, like, hey, maybe I will be for the wedding. Who knows? Might have to survive that.
You know, I'm not saying you have to learn like a whole ballroom dance, but just like dance with your mom.
Yeah.
Just dance with your mama. Yeah.
I dance with my mom. I dance at my mom. I corner her and I dance at her. This is what you wanted, isn't it?
It's really aggressive. You make her make eye contact with you.
Yeah, but no, my mom and I always do a dance at the Christmas party every year.
Yeah.
Kind of a fun little thing we do.
Yeah.
So
that's nice.
Be same idea.
Yeah, exactly. I might do one with my mom. I think
that would be very sweet.
Yeah.
It'd be very, very sweet.
Yeah. I think it'd be cute. We don't have like a song per se. I don't know. Maybe Wild World by Cat Stevens.
Well,
I know that one's really important to her.
That's a great song.
Yeah. Well, like it was the song that was playing on the radio when she told me it was a song that was playing on the radio as she was pulling out of the driveway to move to Toronto, like her last day, like living at her parents' house before she moved out. And she says that it was like one of the only times that she ever saw her dad like cry and like knew that he was gonna miss her.
Aww.
And it's like, you know, it's your child leaving to start a new chapter of their life and spread their wings and fly without you. And I think that a wedding is another event similar to that.
Yeah, it's a big like a tentpole moment.
Yeah.
Like a milestone moment.
Yeah.
Totally.
I think that'd be nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know that a song that's near and dear to both my heart and my mom's heart is My Way by Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
That would probably be the song we'd dance to.
Yeah, if you wanted to do something like that.
And I just want to go on the record as saying that like Donald Trump does not own that song.
No, fuck that guy.
I know that he walked out.
Yeah.
That's another thing that happened in recent days. But I enjoy this wedding conversation far more. But fuck that guy and everything he stands for.
No, that song is always going to mean to you what it means to you.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump can't take that away from you.
He cannot. He cannot take that away from me. No.
No. But yeah, I just hope that when we do get married, everyone just has a good time.
That's the goal.
And
it's a party.
People are going to have criticisms about our wedding because it's impossible not to.
Well, we're probably going to invite.
That's part of the fun
sticklers.
of being a guest at a wedding is criticizing it.
Listen, if I have to go
people
to
aren't happy unless they're criticizing something.
If I have to go to some fucking party,
yeah.
where it's about two people and how fucking great they are for 4 hours,
I'm going to pick at it a little bit.
I'm going to make fun of you.
I'm going to pick at it a little bit.
And you know what? I invite that,
but not too much. I don't want to give you too much to yell at me about.
Well, yeah, I want like 2 bad speeches. I want one speech that goes on for like 45 minutes.
Do it all behind my back. I don't want to hear about it.
Right.
I just know that it's going to go on.
Sure.
Just let's have a mutual understanding, a nonverbal agreement that this is going to go on, and yeah. I don't need to hear about it. Just don't let me hear about it. Don't bring it back to me the next day, like at my 25th anniversary. I don't want you coming back around being like, well, the hors d'oeuvres were a little. No, shut the fuck up. I fed you. Mm-hmm. If you want to criticize it, that's fine. That's part of going to a wedding. But don't tell me. Don't tell me. Lie to my face.
Totally agree.
Lie to my face.
I've never told a bride or groom any of the crap that I feel about their weddings.
Nope, and I never will.
Anyway, why would you?
Nope.
Why would you want to ruin their evening? It's their wedding.
Nope.
The two people who were the happiest at that wedding was the bride and the groom.
Yep. Let them have that.
Of course.
Yep.
You have any idea how much money they paid to have this wedding?
It's the beginning of the rest of their lives. Let it be positive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally agree with that.
But I also agree, like, a wedding is a long day for a guest. Mm-hmm. And if you like your feet start to hurt and the negative thoughts start creeping in, I think it's natural.
Absolutely.
So by all means, like maybe you don't like my bridesmaids' dresses. Maybe the centerpieces are tacky in your opinion. Maybe you don't like the music that I play. Mm-hmm. That's the thing that we're going to get. And you know what? We're excited about the food, but I bet you any money someone's going to have something to say about the food.
Yeah, but I don't give a shit about that.
No, I don't give a shit. Just don't come to me. Just don't come to me about it. Don't tell me that you didn't like the bar. Don't tell me that you didn't like the food. Don't tell me that you didn't like the centerpieces. Just talk shit with your table and let it be that.
And get over it.
That is your right. That is your constitutional right as a wedding guest. Just don't tell me.
Totally.
And
it's inevitable, right? There's going to be someone who's at our wedding who's like third degree.
Sourpussed in the corner.
No, not even that. Third degree. Who's like a friend of a friend's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Who's like showing up.
Like the partner of a coworker, but they weren't dating my coworker when I was working with them, so I don't really know them.
Yeah. And they're going to sit and listen to the speeches and be like, I don't know what the fuck these people are.
Yeah.
And like, I don't like salami. And it's like, well, then why are you here?
Get out of my wedding. Get away.
Yeah, I can't wait to be a total groomzilla, dude.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I would never want to fucking.
I would try hard not to be, but.
Do you think that you're gonna fall into some traps? Like honestly,
maybe.
And I'm not even trying to be rude. Like, do you honestly think that you might fall into some traps?
Yeah, especially when it comes to like scheduling and being on time. Like if anything falls behind schedule, I'm gonna get crabby immediately.
Sure.
Yeah. I honestly like if we're on time, I'm gonna be crabby. I want to be early. And then
it's your day.
I want to be early to the ceremony and then wait in the wings for the exact moment that I have to walk out and then do the ceremony. And then I want to be early with the pictures and get to sit with you quietly for a few minutes before we walk out and start the reception. And then I want the speeches to, happen on time, like not be too long and not be too short. And early so that people can enjoy dinner. That's my thing too. I don't like that the speeches take place during dinner and you're supposed to just like eat while the speeches are going on. No, have the speeches and then have dinner, enjoy, go through the courses and stuff
but
like that.
That means the speech is hour tops.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Tops hour.
100%. We're like, everybody's going to come in. We're going to do all the entrances. Entrances have to be like suitable. Don't, like the groom's party and the bridal party, they come in, they do the little dances, and they go sit down. And then we have our entrance, and then we sit down and speeches right away. Like first person stand up immediately, head into the speeches.
Start the speeches, yeah.
Yeah. Everybody gets 5 minutes I feel like 5 minutes is enough time to say, you know, I've known you for X amount of years. I'm so happy for you. Remember that time when we, that's so embarrassing. How dare you tell that story? Sit down, next person.
Yeah.
And then dinner, so that everybody gets to sit and talk with their tables and enjoy their meal. And then we get up and then we give a speech and say thank you so much for coming. Mm-hmm. And then we party.
Yeah.
You know?
I can see it now. It'll be like 11:30, and I'll be like, oh, I'm going to bed.
Totally.
Where's Cam and Sam? Oh, they left. Gone.
Out of here. They left. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, I do love a wedding.
Sure.
And my friends have said that, like, they're like, Sam, you're going to be the first one to get married. I'm like, no, one of you has to get married first because I want to judge your wedding first. Mm-hmm. So I know what I definitely want and don't want.
You can use your friends as guinea pigs.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean, at least you're honest about it. Say it with your fucking chest.
Oh, I absolutely said it to their faces.
Right.
Yeah, I want you guys. But they're like, Sam, think about it. You're the one in the longest, most committed relationship. Mm-hmm. Like, and like the one that's like the healthiest and like, you know, you're also the only one who like wants a wedding.
That's nice.
So
you're probably
you're probably gonna be the first one to
maybe
do it.
I don't know. Money's an issue.
Fuck you guys.
God damn it.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Figure your shit out. Get rich. Have a wedding so I can judge it.
I think about that sometimes, where it's like I think about my friend group, and marriage is so not on any of our radars at the moment. Mm-mm. Like it's even just impossible to think of like, oh, maybe in 3 like no. We don't know what's going to happen in 3 years. Mm-mm. Half my friends, myself included, don't even have like jobs that would offer you enough money to pay for even the first thing you need for a wedding.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because goddamn, our weddings way more expensive. Like, okay, guys, put it at home. Everyone understands that weddings are expensive. Mm-hmm. Even a cheap wedding's expensive, more or less.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So
like a backyard wedding.
Understand that however expensive you think a wedding is, it's about 10 times more expensive than that.
Yep.
And that is a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And then you're also like not expected, but the couple would probably like to go on a honeymoon afterwards, which is going to be a whole fucking vacation you got to pay for.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Like this shit piles up.
Yep.
And I'll say it right here on the Chill Spot podcast, Sam, in front of you, in front of our friends at home, that I don't want to go into debt for our wedding.
No.
I think that's stupid.
No. I'm a huge fan of spending within my means. Our friend Sachi actually said this recently, and I totally agree with it. If I can't afford it, I'm not getting it.
Yeah.
Like, straight up. Like,
there's going to be something else that you can't afford that's just as good.
Yeah. It's just the way of the world. Like, if I can't afford it, or she said this too, if I can't afford it 2 times over, then I can't afford it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good way of looking at stuff.
Yeah.
No, I want my gold-plated drinking cups with sparkling apple cider with gold flakes in it. I won't even be married if I don't have this shit.
I mean, do you have Gold Flakes money? Because I don't have Gold Flakes money.
I want my gold frosted flakes.
We're gonna have a fucking like Donald Trump McDonald's wedding at this rate.
I wouldn't even complain about that.
Put him fucking. Well, I mean, like, it's fine for us because we're not the president of the United States.
Oh no, I'm not talking about the event he held. I was saying that if at midnight, if they carted in like 90 Big Macs, that would be dope.
That would be pretty dope.
That would be dope as hell.
Yeah.
Because everyone's going to be hungry. Like, weed is legal in Canada. People are probably going to be smoking, going in and out. So, like, people going to want to eat. So, you know, could you imagine a big ass, like a fucking goddamn, like, chafing dish full
of Big Macs?
Of McDonald's fries?
I don't hate that.
Freshly crisped. Just salted.
Like you bring you hire a bunch of 16-year-olds at McDonald's who come into the venue and deep fry 1,000 French fries right there. Right. That is classy.
That would be classy.
I don't hate that. If you bring them in,
yeah.
Like it's not like they made it, because like usually the way catering works is
they make it ahead of time.
You prepare the food on site and then you bring it in and like you keep it in like chafing dishes to keep it warm while it's in transit.
Totally.
And then you bring it in, and that I would side eye a little bit. But no, if you had a bunch of McDonald's employees on site at your wedding making the nugs on site, that would be so baller.
That would be that.
That would be so baller.
That is some pimp shit.
And then everyone is guaranteed to get fresh nuggets, as if it was like first batch nuggets. Everyone's guaranteed first batch of fries.
Like that first bite you take,
like
and you have to go
crispy, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Everyone's doing that. Oh man, so lit. That would be so great.
That would be a good time.
That would be so good. I don't hate that at all. I don't think that that's trashy.
Fucking put it on the list, babe.
Fresh French fries on site.
Option
Absolutely.
for poutine.
Option for poutine?
You ever had a McDonald's poutine?
No.
It's fine.
I feel like
Honestly,
they use shredded mozzarella on top, and I don't like it.
Well, it's also just like McDonald's fries don't really lend themselves to poutine.
No, that's not what they're built for.
You need like
You
thicker
need chips.
cuts. Yeah,
You
you
need
chips. Chips.
Yeah.
Cool, can I get some chips and gravy?
Oh, governor, can I get some chips and gravy for my poutine?
Well, Sam, we've spent the last 45 minutes of this podcast planning our wedding. Mm-hmm. We should listen back to this when we are actually planning the wedding.
Yeah.
To see if we want to do any of the shit that we talked about at 25, 26, 27, excuse me. Yeah.
No, 26.
Don't have an age crisis. You're too young for that.
Yeah, no. I totally agree. It'd be fun to look back on. There's still so much that goes into a wedding that I haven't even thought of.
Oh, there's a million things.
I have no
flavors.
freaking idea about like napkins or centerpieces or cutlery or plates. Apparently plates are a thing.
That big D20 light will be our centerpieces. You guys don't understand because there's no visuals to this, but Sam just looked off in the corner with the most forlorn look I've ever seen. I've never seen like this is like a Renaissance painting in front of me right now. Like you know how they capture like extreme emotion?
Yeah. Yeah, that's not my favorite idea that you've ever brought up.
It's also not going to be the thing we do.
I know.
Jesus.
I know, but I don't know, you know? I never know.
Oh my God, Sam.
You know what I mean?
No, I don't actually, because that's a you thing. That is a specific you thing. I know these people for 10 plus years, but you never know when they're going to backstab you.
You don't.
Okay, great. It's called trust. This thing that we do.
I know.
Oh God.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
There's a classy way to do a nerdy wedding, but I'm not.
I don't want to do a nerdy
wedding. You gotta commit.
wedding.
If you're gonna do a classy nerd wedding, you have to commit and do a full-on nerd wedding. You can't just be like, oh yeah, and like Cam likes to play Dungeons and Dragons, so there's like a little D&D in the like.
No.
There's a D20 in the middle. No. Like,
No. Sam, listen. Straight up. When it comes to weddings, I don't want my like pop culture interests in there because to me, if we're going to do a wedding, like a wedding, that's not the kind of thing that I think would complement that experience.
No, it's not the place.
The nerdiest thing that I would do personally if I was to influence my own look would be like D20 cufflinks or something.
Yeah.
Like that's cute. That's classy.
Or like when you ask your like groomsmen to be your groomsmen, you can like
I'll roll on D6 and see whoever gets the first roll could be my best man.
Yeah. or like you can have like, will you be my groomsman like on a D20, like a custom D20. You can get it printed and like give it to them.
That'd be cute.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a pretty good idea.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just handing out free ideas over here.
That's literally what we're doing this whole podcast.
Yeah.
Watch, I'm going to go to someone's wedding in the future and there's going to be like a dope antipasto bar and someone's going to be like, thank you.
Hey, we said it here. You're allowed to steal ideas.
I mean, that's what we're doing. I think any of these ideas I came up with any of this shit?
Everything I know about planning weddings is just from like going to other people's weddings and seeing what they did and thinking if I want it or don't want it.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad this started with celebrity deaths and turned into weddings because I was worried there. I was like, am I going to do this again?
You brought that up.
Am I going to make this about death again? Why was that the first? But like, you know, whenever I'm like, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to talk about? What am I going to talk about? What death affected you the most?
So I was thinking about
and do you fear it?
The Rwandan genocide, and I was just like, oh my God. Yep. Well, it's funny, Sam, because I feel
Welcome to my nightmare.
In our regular everyday lives, you and I talk about all sorts of serious things because, like, obviously, right?
Yes.
And I do think that, like, genuinely, we're like chipper people. Like, we're not like Debbie Downers or bumps on logs.
I can be a bit of a Debbie Downer sometimes, I think.
Well, but I was going to say, like, it's weird how sometimes we sit in front of these microphones and, like, obviously we enter, like, quote unquote, like, podcast mode.
Yeah.
Which is, like, even right now how I'm talking, like, this is not how I talk every day.
No.
This is performative.
Yeah.
Right? So, it's weird how, like, your brain will, like, go to places that are, like, wow, really? On the Chill Spot podcast.
Now that I have this mic, do you fear death? It's like, whoa.
As I'm dying.
But something happens to you. Something happens to everybody. I don't care who you are. When someone shoves a microphone in your face, there is a sense of purpose that fills your head that you feel like you have to embody and like give off.
Well, look how fucking and this is no Tino shade, but look how preachy some of our early episodes are.
Yeah,
where like we felt like we had some mission.
I have something to say.
Yeah, and you and I were also like, we could say this because we're so past this now, but you and I weren't on the same page for like some of the early episodes.
It's fine. We have to find our groove.
But yeah, everyone does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're still trying to find it.
Yeah. And God bless everybody for coming along with us.
Seriously.
Because
start our podcast with the newest episode and work backwards.
You always say that, but I don't think that's fair.
See, but I feel like if you work backwards, you get a sense of the growth without the growing pains, right?
But I feel like if you know how good we are, you can't appreciate how we had to get there.
What do you mean?
Like, if all you do was listen to us at our best...
I'm saying work backwards.
But like as you're working backwards, you're not going to enjoy it. You're just going to hate it more and more
as it devolves into shit.
Yeah.
No, because the idea is you get to see how like that's still you get to experience the journey. It's just less painful.
I don't think that's true. I think watching someone grow and come into themselves as a performer is entertainment in and of itself.
I mean, I agree.
That's like my favorite Drag Race arcs are always the ones where someone learns. That's why Shangela has a career.
Yeah.
Because she was like, I'm going to go away and I'm going to learn.
Hot mess, baby.
Yeah.
And now she's Shangela.
And it's lovely to watch somebody grow into their craft. Yeah. So I don't think our old episodes are that bad.
No, I'm being hard
because we were two kids just figuring it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tried something
and Yeti microphones.
And with like the love and support of our friends, and I do mean that was a huge part of it. We had a support network that didn't poo-poo our dreams as we tried to figure it out.
They let us grow and
talked about what they liked and told us what they liked and disliked and where they thought we could improve. And it was so appreciated.
Totally.
And we grew. And I think that our discography shows that.
I guess it is technically, isn't it?
And it's fun to watch people grow and learn.
Yeah,
because it shows that you can grow and learn and it's not a scary thing.
You don't got to be freaked out by that. Yeah.
It's encouraging to watch other people go through it because it empowers you to want to go through it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
That is my soapbox for the day. And that is why I don't think...
All right, now push it back under your chair.
That is why I don't poo-poo listening to and don't want to talk down about people listening to our older episodes.
Sure.
Because I don't want to downput the fact that we grew and changed.
Okay, sure. That's fine. I reserve the right that we're better now.
Yeah. No, of course we're better, but I don't like it when you say, listen to our new episodes, don't listen to our old episodes, don't listen to it. No. Mm-hmm. Listen to us grow and change as it happens.
Sure. I mean, hey, you've had friends who have said like, no, I'm gonna start your podcast. I'm gonna finish that bitch. And they've said they've enjoyed it. So I'm happy to hear that.
So it's also not as bad as you think it is, Cameron.
All right, Sam.
All right. And with that said, thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Chill Spot Podcast. Yeah, you're going to let me do it?
I mean, in the podcast.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Chill Spot Podcast. We are all over the place. If you want more of us, you can check us out on our YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. You can check other episodes out wherever you listen to podcasts, probably like what you're doing right now. You can join our Twitch streams. We stream on Twitch every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 7 p.m. Join us live for some fun. We're having fun over there. And I covered YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel. And you can join our Discord too if you want to talk to us in real time.
And if you want to get invited to our wedding, you could donate all of your wedding gift money through our Twitch donations, and we will invite you to our wedding. $1,000 minimum. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you guys.
We will not cover travel costs.
No,
I'm
sorry.
Sorry about that.
See you next week.
Bye.